Shalom, Laha Alahayim, peace to the gods, Nawathan Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha Ha Kwadash. Giving all praises to Yahweh in the name Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the head elders of all the camps of Great Millstone GMS who do well, who I've learned this 100% truth from, who are the true leaders of all Israel today. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the Bayath Dawadah or Dawayad, the house of David, the predestined spirits of election, co-heirs of Yahweh Shai and the kingdom to come. Salakia. Had to put the D in D. All right. Starting with the governing body in the kingdom to come, the 144,000, 12,000 men, prophets of Israel, of each tribe of Israel, as well as the remaining remnant, innumerable multitude of Israelites, of men, women, and children scattered abroad. Okay, consisting of the 1/3 of men, women, and children here in Babylon the Great. Okay, this is your brother Tazapanya Banyamyan of the Sons of Yasha Alakim out here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, offshoot affiliate camp of Great Millstone GMS. Adawan Ratazah, Abba Ratazah, Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing. This is edifying to the elect, straight to the point through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. So I'm going to play a short. This is from Valuetainment, and it says, it's another day of civil unrest on the horizon. Okay? And the reason why he's bringing that up, because we in these election cycles. I'm going to get like 2 precepts, and then I'm going to play it. This is going to be a short one. All right? But Lord willing, it's edifying. Okay? So we're going to go to Ecclesiastes. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 9. It says, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So when you come into this truth and you realize that these Edomites, all right, the wicked that the Bible speaks of, the devil that the Bible speaks of, okay, these so-called Caucasian people, all right, so-called white people, all right, they do the same thing over and over again because pretty much that's what happens according to the Most High. There is no new thing under the sun, all right? And you're starting to see a pattern of this devil on how this devil usually, okay, does things. Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution, ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos, you see? And the same things, because this is why when you read the Behold the Pale Horse, okay, it shows how they engineer, and the scriptures talk about it, that they make a diligent search. Matter of fact, let's go get that real quick. Diligent search. This is Psalm 64 and 6. It says, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward part of every one of them and the heart is deep. Let's go to that word deep. Curious. Okay. In the Hebrew, it's aimak, which means deep, mysterious, depths, deep, unsearchable, literally or figuratively exceeding deep thing. The root word is aimak, same thing, to be deep, be profound. Okay. Causatively make deep, literally or figuratively, be, have, make, seek, deeply, depth, profound. So the unsearchable, the mysterious, the depths, their heart is mysterious, their depths, that their heart is depths. Okay, it's profound. Remember, heart is lab, which is your mind. So the mind of these Edomites is on a whole nother level. They're dealing with high level witchcraft on the left hand side of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. All right, because the Lord is balanced, and you see the a false balance is abomination unto the Lord. So the same type of righteousness he deals with on the left, on the right hand side, is the same type of wickedness that he is set up. Not saying that he is wicked, but in Isaiah 45:7 says, "I, the Lord." Let's go get that. Let's go get that. So I don't even misquote it. Let's go get it. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45:7, and it reads, "I form the light." Remember, light is wisdom. "And I create darkness." Remember, darkness is confusion. "I make peace and create evil." Remember, evil is bad times, so peace will be good times. You see? It says, "I, Yahweh, do all these things." You see? So he's created, though, starting with the spiritual demon Satan and those Edomites, those so-called Caucasian people that worship the left-hand side of the Most High in order to get some type of wisdom to call themselves Luciferians, so to speak, because Lucifer is just a title, all right, that means light bearer. So they think they have the wisdom, but little do they know it's wisdom on the left-hand side, on the evil side. In Book of Job, it says, "Who can make a crooked thing straight?" So anything that the Most High made crooked, how could you make him upright, make him straight? You see what I'm saying? Make him righteous. You can't, because the Lord estranged him from the womb. So without further ado, I'm going to play this maybe 2 or 3 times so we can get an understanding.
In 2020, when the election was crazy, you know when George Floyd's event took place? May 26th of 2020. If we follow the same election cycle, that is in a few weeks. And when that happened, what happened to America? Absolute division. So we can go to these different eras, what they ran, 2016 Me Too movement, 2020 BLM rights, dividing whites, Americans, racist attention side. People are worried protesting today. They're using Israel, Iran, Jews, Muslims, divide, crazy school, pro-Palestine. Are you waiting for a possible May 26th type George Floyd event to happen on schools so you can really increase the temperature in America and potentially use that as civil unrest that leads to martial law? I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty creative if you're thinking that dark, right? In 20...
Notice how he said that dark, right? Remember, Isaiah 45:7. "I form the light and create darkness." So confusion. You see, so when certain things happen, specifically here in Babylon the Great, that caught, so like remember 2016, the election cycle, Trump beating Hillary Clinton, and notice what did they say? The Me Too movement, that was in conjunction with the whole QAnon and and basically the right, the elites, all right, with this child, unto Molech worship. You know what I'm talking about. And also assault, right, in a heinous way. You feel me? In these underground and secret type of societies and in places that you don't know about. This is how that whole thing pushed, which was all created by Esau Edom through their CIA and certain programs of their alphabet departments, man. Right? 2020, same thing with the George Floyd. Next thing you know, Black Lives Matter, pushed by George Soros and things of that nature. So you got to understand, controlled opposition. You see? So what he's saying has some type of substance to it, because we read in Ecclesiastes 1:9, there's nothing new under the sun. So you don't think that they see how many millions of people fall under their enchantments. You see, but Thawada, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, that we are not deceived. The scriptures say that if it were so, that the elect shall even be deceived. You see, and I'm not saying that I'm the elect, even though, Lord willing, I want to be of that number. But the point is, the hopeful elect have that mindset of constantly watching and knowing how this devil moves, right? Because we do not want to be deceived. Matter of fact, the scriptures say, let's go get it. Let's go get it. Because if the scriptures is saying to be not deceived, what do you think you're supposed to be doing? Watching. right? Let's go to this is the book of where is it at? Salakia. This is 2 Corinthians 11 and 4. Oh, no. Advantage. That's what it is. That's what I want to get. Second Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan, Shaitan, should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we know that his devices, all right, this type of playing both sides, this putting things out there, controlled opposition, making you want to feel like, yeah, this is the right way, even though they're funding and controlling that other side so that they can control the narrative. Elder Malcolm speaks about that all the time, about them trying to control the narrative. So we got to be prepared for another hot summer. This is an election cycle, man. You see what I'm saying? They create certain type of chaos so that you could be swayed, all right, by a certain type of doctrine on what they're promising you so you can vote and worship the image of the beast, their political, their military type system, all right, to put in power to make it easier for them to push any type of agenda that they want to. You see that? This is This is Ephesians 4 and 14. It says that we henceforth be no more children. Okay, so we have to literally become a man, grow up. You're supposed to be grown up. To grow up, you have to grow. You know, the apostles talk about this all the time about growth in this thing, man. Ephesians 4 and 14 again, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro. You see? So that lets you know everybody that's not in this truth is really children in the spirit. You see what I'm saying? Because they're constantly tossed to and fro. They go here, they go there. This sounds good. And the next thing you know, a controlled opposition. This sounds good. So they start to lean that way. You see, our eye is single on this truth, on this gospel, on Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. It says, and carried about with every wind of doctrine. And, you know, the doctrine that America is pushing is the cup of the wine of a wrath of a fornication, this Americanization, this ways of the beast. That's why I said worship the ways of the beast, which the image of the beast, which really means to cooperate and to agree with, okay, this revived ancient Roman Empire system, now known as NATO and EU, which is written by the great whore, which is Babylon the Great America. You see what I'm saying? It says, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness. So you creating another event is cunning craftiness. It says, whereby they lie and wait to deceive. Who's a deceiver? Because when you go into the word devil, diablos, it means the deceiver, the false accuser. You see that? So we're going to play this again. Let's play it one more time.
In 2020, when the election was crazy, you know when George Floyd's events took place? May 26th of 2020. If we follow the same election cycle, that is in a few weeks. And when that happened, what happened to America? Absolute division.
So look, what happened to America? Absolute division. That is of the spirit of the Lord. Yahweh Shah said, think that I've come to send peace upon earth? Nay, yet, but rather division. That's in the book of Luke, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? So the Lord wants Babylon to be divided. Why? Because he wants his kingdom to come. What's the Lord's prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So, Slakia, when it's talking about that absolute division, okay, is because he also prophesied that a house divided against itself shall not stand. He doesn't want this house of the wicked to continue on. He has a vengeance upon these heathen nations, specifically Idumea, which is Latin or Grecian for Edom, and Esau is Edom. So the descendants of Esau is about to get the sword, all right, of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai.
So we can go to these different eras, what they ran, 2016, Me Too movement, 2020, BLM rights, dividing whites, Americans, racism, tensions high. People are worried.
Notice he said dividing whites. He didn't say no other social, political pseudo construct created. Okay? So that proves you again that it's a house. Because when you really go into house divided against itself, that's talking about a nation. Because aren't we of the house of Israel? You see? Meaning we're of the same dwelling space. We come from the same seed line. All right? So a house is the house of Edom. The house of Edom is against itself, which means division amongst your whites, so-called.
Protesting today, they're using Israel, Iran, Jews, Muslims.
They said never let a good crisis go to waste.
Divide, crazy school, pro-Palestine. Are you waiting for a possible May 26th type George Floyd event to happen on school so you can really increase the temperature in America and potentially use that as...
Notice how he said temperature and then they had the flag and fire around it. Didn't Yahushua said that I come to send fire on the earth, but what will I if it already be kindled? You can't make this shit up, son. You see what I'm saying?
Civil unrest that leads to martial law.
That leads to martial law. What men, prophets, have been on the street corners telling you that martial law is going to get to the utmost severity?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty creative if you're thinking that dark, right? In 2020, when the election was
play it one more time.
Crazy. When George Floyd's event took place? May 26th of 2020. If we follow the same election cycle, that is in a few weeks. And when that happened, what happened to America? Absolute division. So we can go to these different eras, what they ran, 2016, Me Too movement, 2020, BLM rights, dividing whites, Americans, racism, tensions high. People are worried, protesting today. They're using Israel, Iran, Jews, Muslims, divide, crazy school, pro-Palestine. Are you waiting for a possible May 26th type George Floyd event to happen on school so you can really increase the temperature in America and potentially use that as civil unrest that leads to martial law? I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty creative if you're thinking that dark.
So I'm going to end off on this. Notice he said martial law and civil unrest. Two scriptures right after the other completely compasses what he just said. This is 2nd Esdras 15 verses 16 and 17. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Verse 17, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." So we're talking about civil unrest and martial law in these very two scriptures, man. You can't go nowhere into another city because there's martial law. All right? Civil unrest is happening. You see what I'm saying? Because they're allowing to do the things according to their own imaginations. The course of their actions is standing in their power. And they're not regarding whatever no politicians say, whatever no police say, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be circumspect. You have to, the times are evil. This summer could get real crazy. All right? And you got to be constantly praying without ceasing. All right? Thank the Most High that you are in this truth and pray that you are of this and give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Call Lo Yah Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Barakatham. All right. On to the next one. Shalom.